What's good, everybody? This is Ray Rawlins from the Ray Rawlins Network, and I'm joined by my right hand man from the Bahamas, Mr. Alex Payne. And today we got for you guys another SpongeBob review. And today we're getting a little classic on that ass because we're reviewing the episode from season 3, Chocolate with Nuts. Alex Payne, my good homie, give us a rundown of the episode.
Well, it's a pretty basic concept for an episode, really. It just starts off with SpongeBob in the mailbox, and the mailman delivers, the mail, obviously. And there was a magazine for fancy living in it, so him and Patrick decided to become entrepreneurs and sell chocolate bars. That's pretty much the route. That's basically the entire episode right there. And they deal with all the, ups and downs of salesmanship.
The ups and downs, the hoops, the hurdles, the blurtles, and the gurgles.
And the girdles on that old bitch.
So, let's get into like funny moments and all that good stuff, because I know you got plenty of them.
It's funny because rewatching it now, like I feel like, I think from, since this, I guess you could, I think this is like a retro review, obviously. I think,
yeah, definitely.
I think from watching it over the years so much that a lot of the moments ain't as funny to me as they used to be, even though I recognize them and see them as funny. But moments that really did make me laugh in this episode, even now though, was when Patrick said "I love you" to the guy.
Oh yeah.
Actually, one that made me laugh too was at the very beginning when SpongeBob was like, "Patrick, I know, let's be entrepreneurs," and he was like, "Is that gonna hurt?" I found
that was a good one. I always laughed at that when I was a kid. And then the whole "I love you" to the guy too. That was I always laughed at that when I was a kid.
One that I didn't expect to find funny was when SpongeBob was like, "You need to focus," and then when he opened the door and you just see Patrick slide in and then his eyes start zooming in on the guy.
Yep.
Like not even like the zooming in or when the door closed and he looked around, like just the way he like slid in and started staring at the guy was hilarious to me. It's like it's literally like he just slided and like he didn't walk, he didn't. What are you doing? Focusing.
One good thing about Patrick, and it's kind of upsetting to see how like they treated him over the years, but like Patrick was like that idiot savant type character. He was dumb. Definitely. He had his dumb moments, but
he was dumb with personality.
Exactly. And we just reviewed Filthy Muck last week, and it's just like Patrick was a complete like idiot. He wasn't who he was when the whole series started.
I will say this though about that episode: he wasn't as idiotic as he was in other episodes.
You don't think so? I
don't think so. I mean, he definitely wasn't smart, but I think he had some more. Listen, Patrick from those other episodes, like let's say season 5 in that area, he wouldn't have even figured out the concept of going to take a shower to get back in the Krusty Krab. But anyway, let's not get sidetracked. Another funny moment to me was the interaction between the old bitch and her mother.
Oh yeah! Oh man!
And her mother's so cold too. She just come out like, "You can't wait for me to die, can't you?" I was like, "God damn." That's a bit heavy for children.
That's what I was supposed to say. This shouldn't be on a Nickelodeon show.
Like, damn, that was blunt as shit. You can't wait for me to die, can't you?
And then to make it so bad, and this is where I was talking about, like Patrick had the little hint of smartness. Patrick took that and thought about it. He was like, okay, I'm gonna capitalize on this. If you buy this chocolate bar and rub it on your skin, it's gonna make you live forever. And you know what? He got that sale on that candy bar too. And the new Patrick from now is just like, he probably wouldn't have picked that up. But Patrick from back then, he picked that up and he capitalized on it. That's why I say, motherfucking big round of applause to Patrick and the creators who were, writing him, to perform these episodes.
I think the fat guy was funny too. Well, he used to be fat guy. Like, me and Chocolate no longer hang. And then Patrick bought the picture of the fat guy. I thought that was decently funny. I think that I could tell there was a lot of moments that I found funny a long time ago, but just got used to now. But I think that means it aged well though, because I still think it was very funny even after watching it probably 5,000 times.
Oh man, you have no idea how much I watched that. Like I was a big SpongeBob fanatic when I was younger. And hell, I still am. It's just like I don't watch SpongeBob. Oh man, like 22 years old. I'm not watching a lot of SpongeBob. Partially because I don't have the Nickelodeon channel. But if I did, oh man, I'd probably be watching SpongeBob any chance I get. I think too. The number one thing, you didn't mention this, but I'm this episode, so I'm sure everyone who's watching this already knows the crazy dude hollering chocolate, chasing them around. Man, listen,
Yeah, I would
I
forget
was
that because that guy's the most. That guy's iconic for the that's even to this day that's still a very popular meme.
chocolate, yes, and I swear, listen, I would be that dude's friend if he buy all that chocolate, because me and him would be straight up murking all those candy bars. So that's on everything. Like, to have them go through everything that they went through with all the either failed sales or them getting conned multiple times, which is kind of messed up. Like, they would you consider SpongeBob and Patrick grown or no? Because they have the minds of children, and that's something I always wondered throughout the whole SpongeBob universe. Are SpongeBob and Patrick adults?
Well,
I
they're
would say
adults
so,
technically.
because right, but mentally they're not. And it kind of broke my heart to see them get conned. Like, oh man, how you gonna do? I mean, forget
Not really
SpongeBob. I
though. They
love
didn't get
Patrick.
conned in a dumb way though.
No, you wouldn't say so.
They got reasonably conned for somebody who you think is naive, not even children. Just like because it's not like they got blatantly
Yeah,
extorted in some very fucked up way. I think the way they were conned was was pretty accurate. Like it wasn't too taken advantage of, I guess.
right. But even after all that, you have this crazy dude who's been following you around the whole time during this episode, and it actually was their first customer. He comes up to them. He's
Yep.
like, "I'd like to buy all your chocolate," and that straight up just took them aback. They didn't know how to react to that, which I think was hilarious. Like, yo, if I knew you could have just said that instead of screaming chocolate and going nuts, man. Like, you would have had all the chocolate from the get go. Like, oh man, I would have kept doing this entrepreneur thing. But now, I don't know. You had me worried this whole episode. I thought you was gonna hurt us, man. That's probably what they were thinking.
I think the second time he did it, I really can't remember. I think it's when they was looking at the potato chips. No, I don't. I think it was the time before that when he came after them hollering. I think that one was really hilarious because it was so random. Oh,
I
you know what it was? It was when he was at the woman's door and he was trying to kept
yeah.
opening all this, and then they show Patrick just doing his zipper up and down and shit, and
No,
then
all you hear is chocolate.
because I feel like
Oh,
that one was because that I feel like that one was the most random. I think that one was the most least expected, and it was the most violent and abrasive one. Because
you're
even
right.
later when they was looking at the
You're
sign, it
right.
was like chocolate. It was just it was kind of muted and everything. Like it wasn't that, but that's like what it was like chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. Like he wanted that shit. That time he
You're right.
wanted that.
You're right, man. Oh, I love it, man. What do you think his name is? I don't know why. As soon as
I
I
have
saw
no
him,
idea.
I was just thinking. I was like, man, what could this dude's name be?
I'm
I
sure,
really
I'm
want to
sure they
say a
said his
Fred.
name at some. I really want to say that I'm 80% sure they showed his name at some point in the series because he was
Oh,
in a lot of
really?
other episodes too, and I'm sure they called him by a name at some point.
Huh.
I just couldn't tell you what episode.
You know what? As soon as we're done recording this, I really want to look that up. I really want to say his name is like a Fred or a Frank.
You know what's funny? And I specifically remember this because I remember how much of a fool I felt after realizing it. When I was young and even up until recently, I never understood until recently what SpongeBob meant when he like fell with the box on top of him. It's like we should change our names to Y and Bother. Like all the times he said that and I heard it, I just felt like I never understood the joke until like a year ago or something, and I felt very retarded for taking that long to get that what he was
Wow.
saying.
I realized that joke. I probably watched the episode a couple times and didn't know what it was, but I caught on to that very early. I caught on to that
I think
very
I just
early.
never thought
I,
of it too much. It's like, oh, why and bother? Because I was thinking like Bob sounds like Bob, so maybe it's just like I don't know. It's just something I never understood, and I feel like a fool for never understanding.
How do you think? What do you think about how they spent their money afterwards, all their earnings?
That was kind of hilarious. I feel, but I don't.
You think so?
I, I, I think it was, but at the same time, it wasn't. I think it was. I think it was pretty decent and funny. My question to you is, who you think was dating who? Who you think got
I
the spine of a
think
mother?
I think Patrick. Well, no, honestly, I think SpongeBob took the L on that one. If I'm being, I think
well,
SpongeBob took the L
I mean,
on
I
that
think
one.
they both. I think they both took a pretty serious L.
Oh no, they did. They 100% did. But I don't think SpongeBob is gonna leave Patrick out to the wolves like that. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna take this old one, cause you're gonna have this nice younger one. It's not nice, but you know you're gonna have this one. I ain't gonna. I think SpongeBob's the guy who'll take the L for the team. Like he's that type of dude, man. SpongeBob built like that.
Oh, I bet these are the hard hitting questions that no one ever asked. But I think I'd give this episode a 9 out of 10. That's what I think. That's what
A what
my
out of
rating
10?
is. A 9.
9? Ooh. I'm gonna go with maybe an 8.5 out of 10. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of doing numbers, but you know what? I'm gonna give it what I think is pretty fair. I think 9's shooting a tad bit too high. It's definitely one of the all-time classics of the series. Like everybody knows the chocolate episode, so I'm gonna go with 8.5 out of 10. I think I feel comfortable giving it that, or maybe I think 8's good. 8's good. I'm not a big fan of numbers, but I think 8 is definitely good for this
Yeah,
episode.
I'm
It's
sticking with
definitely
my
one of
9.
my favorites. It's definitely one of my favorites. It definitely made me want chocolate bars afterwards. So I tell you that, boy. But with all that being said, any more final thoughts on it?
No, I think I got everything I wanted to say out.
I did too, boy. So that pretty much wraps it up for me, Ray Rawlins of the Ray Rawlins Network, and my good friend here, Mr. Alex Payne, for this SpongeBob episode review. We will see you next week, Monday, for another SpongeBob review of a newer episode. This was us reviewing Chocolate with Nuts. So, we are going to get out of here. But before we do, if you like what we did in this video and all the other SpongeBob videos and all the other anime videos that we're doing throughout this channel, hit that like button. If you don't like it, feel free to hit that dislike button, man. We can't stop you. But if you want to support what we do, hit the subscribe for a brother helping get to 500. Peace out, everybody.